Hi guys. I seriously feel that there are very few people in this world who love the Harry Potter universe as much as I do. I think I've literally grown up with the trio, and I must have watched these movies endless amount of times up to the point that I know all the dialogues by heart. I at least have a marathon once a year to maintain my sanity, of course. Um, so I think I'm in a great place to say that just whenever I watch these movies, you're always like, "Oh, I just wish that they had just added this thing or changed this a little bit, because you love the series so much and you've just completely integrated yourself into it. I was so crazy after this series that when I was 11, I legit waited for my Hogwarts letter. And when I did not get it, I genuinely felt that I was a muggle, which I think is worse than just not even watching these movies. I literally thought that I there was a world out there and I wasn't, magical enough to be a part of it. But then I grew up, and I'm not sure if that thought changed, but whatever. So it's okay. These are my list of five things that I wish were changed in the Harry Potter series. Just a disclaimer though, I haven't read all the books. I know, I am on my way. I just started the Prisoner of Azkaban book. And so when I make this list of five things, I'm not sure how they were in the books because I know that the characters were much deeper and more rich in the books than in the movies. So this list is solely based out of the movies. Um, okay. So number one, um, I just wish that Professor McGonagall had a lot more to do than what was shown to us. We all love a strong female character, and she was the deputy headmistress of the school, and it just sometimes felt that she was just a prop. I mean, she did not do as much as probably Dumbledore did, or as much role that was written for Snape, even. So I just wish, and especially after the death of Dumbledore, right? I really wish that she had a lot more to do than just be the stoic character, and because we start the movie basically with her, Dumbledore and Hagrid delivering Harry to the doorstep of the Dursleys. So I just wish that she was shown to be much more close to Harry, and had a stronger character in terms of the meat that she was given in the movies, much more that was shown to us. Um, uh, I don't know. So, yeah, that was the number one point. Number two, um, Professor Lupin is probably my favorite character, followed closely by Harry and Hermione and Dumbledore. But it's just something about tragic characters who were good at heart but didn't get what they deserve that just speaks to me so much. And that is the reason why I just feel like a lot more of Lupin could have been shown, because we can all agree that he was by far the best defense against the dark arts teacher that Hogwarts had. And the way that he taught everybody magic, and it just showed how much everybody loved him, and he was a fun teacher who contributed to a lot of character development in Harry, and taught him one of the most important spells, Expecto Patronum, and in such a loving way. So I just wish that after the third part he was shown much more in the movies. We can see that Harry has such a beautiful connection with Sirius, but I just feel that Lupin was also one of the marauders, right? And he had such a great connection with his parents. The way he talks about his mother, his father in the third part, I just feel like I just wish that he had a stronger connection with Harry, just like Sirius had. And, they spent more time with each other, and we just got to see a little bit of Lupin more. I just felt really bad that in the third part, he just had to quit because of who he was as a person. And I just wish that some sort of a arc was, or some sort of a closed loop was shown regarding Lupin, because he was honestly one of the best characters who had things done to him fi- due to no fault of his own, you know. Um, so yeah, I just wish much more of Lupin was shown in the movie, and a deeper bond of him with Harry was shown. So yeah. Number three. So I don't know about you guys. Like, I've heard a lot of people say that Order of Phoenix was their favorite movie, or Deathly Hallows Part 2, or even Sorcerer's Stone. But for me, by far, my favorite movie was Prisoner of Azkaban. You know, a lot of reasons, right? I think Chris Columbus did a brilliant job in setting up the series, but it's Alfonso Cuaron who just took the movie up on another level. You see a lot of realism, a lot of magical realism, I'd like to say. The way that it's been shot, the way the transitions are done from summer to autumn to winter, with the Whomping Willow. If you know that scene, you know what I'm talking about. Just Hogwarts has a beautiful sheen of this wintry goodness, this level of mystery, and just the tonality of the picture. I just think it's out of the world. And so that brings me to my third point. I really wish that Alfonso Cuaron directed the rest of the movies. I feel that he was the perfect person to bring out the feeling of Harry Potter universe, much more than the other directors. I think they did a out of the world job with directing the movies, but I feel that Alfonso Cuarón would have brought that element of mystery and this beauty that was there in The Prisoner of Azkaban. I mean, you know, the colors of blue, the way that it's been directed, the cinematography is just out of the world, and I truly feel that missing out on the Harry Potter universe much more in Prisoner of Azkaban than in other movies. I also love the look of Harry, Ron and Hermione, and everybody else in this movie. Like, they look so much like how they were supposed to look. And I honestly feel that Harry looks the most handsome in Prisoner of Azkaban. So yeah, I think I have read so much about how he was as a director, and how he let everybody, you know, be what they thought that the character was supposed to be. And the way he, I mean, when I think of some of the scenes, right, the scene between Harry and Lupin on that bridge, where he talks about his mother, it's the way that it's been shot. I can't even describe how it makes me feel. Like, right now, you can just hear me talk when I talk about that movie. It's not only one of my favorite Harry Potter movies, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And that says something about a movie which is a part of a series. It doesn't have to be so good, it doesn't have to stand out so much, but I think you all will agree, whether you love this part or not, this movie or not, you will agree that it stands out from the rest of the series, just because of how it's shot and how the characters are in this movie. I think I just love it, and Alfonso Cuarón hit it out of the park with this one, and I feel that, and I wish that he should have directed all the other parts as well. Number four. I know that there is a divided community in Harry Potter world, that some of them feel that Harry and Hermione should have ended up, or probably some feel that Hermione and Ron are the perfect pair. I mean, I don't want to debate that. I think I would have been fine with both of them. When I was younger, I felt that yes, Harry and Hermione should have ended up together. But as I grew up and understood the feelings of love and relationships a lot more, I feel that Hermione and Ron made a lot of sense with each other because of how opposite and yet similar they were. So yeah, they were an unlikely pair, and I feel that they worked out and they were a good pair. However, what I want to talk about in my fourth point is that I wish that there was a lot more chemistry shown between Hermione and Harry in the movies. And I don't know about the books, but I think in the books as well. I just feel that, and when I'm saying that, I don't mean that in a romantic sense. Again, as I said, I'm completely fine with Ron and Hermione being together. But I feel that amongst platonic relationships that we see in Hollywood and Bollywood, I think Harry and Hermione are one of my favorite pairs, probably my top 3 favorite pairs ever. Like the way that their friendship is shown, the purity of it, the realism of it is just out of the world, guys. I have not seen a platonic relationship as pure and as amazing as this one. So I just feel that it was explored a lot more, that a lot of conversations between Harry and Hermione and just tiny little moments were that were shared between them was shown a lot more. I know for a fact from the books that the relationship between Harry and Ron was, I think, a tad bit deeper than Harry and Hermione. Please tell me in the comments down below if I'm right or wrong regarding that. But I just feel that Harry and Hermione could deserved a lot more. You know, when in the books, the certain scenes that are there, like the one where the one shared between Harry and Hermione when Ron makes a new girlfriend in Half-Blood Prince. That's one of the sweetest scenes, and it just shows how deep both of their bond is. And then again in the last part where both of them, they have this moment of normality when they dance with each other. I know it's not in the books, but it's honestly one of my favorite scenes out of the entire all the 7 movies. So it just makes me feel so warm in my heart that the connection between them is just so brilliant, and Hermione has played such an integral role. We all know, as said by Ron, that they wouldn't have survived a day without her. So I just feel that their relationship could have been shown in a much better way, deeper connections, deeper conversations, because whenever it's shown in the movie, it just makes my heart all tingly and nice, and I just aspire for a friendship like that. Number 5. So there's a lot of things that I wanted to change in Harry Potter universe, but this is the last one for this video. So that is regarding the admin department of Hogwarts. I mean, I know that Hogwarts had some of the best teachers, including Dumbledore, who is my all-time favorite. We all wish we had a professor like him, right? Mcgonagall, Professor Flitwick, or Madam Hooch, and other ones. But I just feel it's a little silly. I don't know if you feel the same, but especially in the initial Harry Potter movies, I just feel that these professors were not used enough. And even in the later series, when the stakes become so much higher, I just feel that these guys were professors, right, when we are talking about them. So I read the first and the second book, and even the movies, of course, I've seen them a million times. I just feel that whenever Harry was in trouble, where were these professors? I just always feel like, what were they doing at the time when Harry was like literally saving the entire school? It makes me feel a little weird that these people had years and years of experience regarding magic, and still Harry and his friends were the ones who had to save the entire school. And number one amongst these teachers being Dumbledore himself. Like, it's so silly. I feel that in Chamber of Secrets, he sent Fawkes and the Sorting Hat to help Harry. I mean, you could have come down, bro. I mean, it's a little weird, don't you think? And even Professor McGonagall, it's just very weird that when the stakes are so high that you are literally risking the lives of young students who are, by the way, not allowed to do magic outside of school. When this, you have put certain rules in place and things like that, you're not helping them actively. Even in the later movies, the stakes are so high. Everybody knows that Voldemort has returned, and you are literally putting into risk the lives of students. And what are you doing at that point? I don't really know, man. I mean, Dumbledore really, of course, he gave his life for the Horcruxes, and he was a very integral part, and I love him a lot. But I just feel that given the fact that he was the best wizard in the world, I feel he could have done a lot more, and to help Harry. It just feels that the professors were half-baked to a point. I also feel that, I know that Harry is the main character, so he needs to shine out more. I agree, but thoda sense of realism banta hai na, I feel. I don't know, man. I just feel that they could have had a lot more to do than that was shown. So this concludes my list of 5 things that I wish J.K. Rowling and the directors would have integrated more in the movies. I have a few other things as well, but let me know in the comments if you want a part 2 of this video. And yeah, I loved making this. I finally have put it out in the open, what I've always been feeling. And yeah, it always feels amazing to talk about Harry Potter, right? Let me know if you wanted certain things to change in the movies or be integrated or added, and what do you think about my list. And yeah, this was my first video for YouTube, by the way, and I wanted this video, I wanted my channel to talk more about my work life and things like that. But yeah, it just always feels amazing, and there's never a better time to talk about Harry Potter. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah.